Hello, my name is Shagufta. Today we will be exploring a program called the Middle Years Program, also known as the MYP. More specifically, the MYP at RM. The MYP has been around for a few years now and has been steadily gaining recognition among colleges and universities worldwide. The Middle Years Program is a section of the IB program that, at the moment, students do not have to pass a test just to get in. The MYP focuses on 5 areas of interaction: human ingenuity, formerly known as Homo Faber, approaches to learning, environment, community and service, and health and social education. This is an aspect not in the IB program. You must be an MYP for at least the last 2 years in order to get the certificate. However, if you join as a 10th grader and are only in the program for the last year, you will not get the certificate. However, you will get a recommendation letter with your transcript. In the MYP, in addition to your classes, you will have to complete MYP assessments, the personal project, which includes a 6 to 8 page personal statement, as well as 30 hours of community service. There is more to the program than just these facts that you can acquire from the school website and other sources. For a more in-depth view of the MYP, you must learn from those involved with the program, students and staff. This documentary includes interviews with people in and out of the program and will hopefully help you decide, is the MYP right for me? Do you believe that the MYP program prepares you for the IB program?
I think the MYP does a really good job preparing you for the IB program. It's definitely a lot harder than I thought it would be. Coming from Julius West, everyone's an MYP, so you don't really see MYP as being challenging. But when you get to RM, you actually see that you have to work hard towards all your classes because you're taking all MYP classes. And there's also the personal project and the community service requirements. So, yeah, there are quite a few things you have to do in order to get the MYP support. But then you get to IB, it's a different story. It's very hard. You really have to be good with your time management because you have lots of tests and things that happen at the same time. And I suppose MYP does help you with some of that, but it's to a greater extent when you're in the IB program. And there are also all the internal assessments that you have within the IB program, as well as the exams you have to prepare for. Yeah. So, yeah, IB program is very challenging.
How do you think the MYP program affected you as opposed to have you taken the honors program or the pre-IB program?
Well, I really think that MYP program is a great program and it was a great choice. It's definitely more challenging than the honors program because of all some of the assessments you have within it, as well as a personal project you have to do. So it's a good preparation for the IB program and some of the challenges there, more so than honors. And in terms of difference between pre-IB and MYP, I don't think there's that much of a difference. Perhaps in 9th grade there probably is more so of a difference, because more people take MYP history than like pre-IB history. And then the English classes might be different, but science and math are more or less the same. So I think they're both great programs and they both prepare you for success.
I think that one problem with the MYP program might be that it's a little too easy to get into and stay in, despite what some people's grades are.
So, what are your opinions, positive or negative, about the MYP program?
It's a lot more challenging, but I think it's kind of worth it. Kind of, a little bit. Yeah, the project, I really did not enjoy the project.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, about the MYP program, the good part is that it's easier to get into the IB program if you want to get in there, and it's focused on a smaller group of kids, so your classes will be smaller, and it's a good intermediate between honors and IB if you're not sure if you want to be an IB yet, but you want something that's a challenge for you. And I can't really think of any negatives. If you love Mr. Wada, you should definitely join the program. Also, the MYP program is a rigorous course and it sort of prepares you for AP or IB courses. And it's definitely better because you're in like a small group and like you're with each other for 2 years and it's pretty nice. And you make connections. And also, like the MYP project, it may be a drag, but like at the end, when you're like finished with it all, it's really great because you're finished with everything.
So what differences have you seen between the honors program and the MYP program?
Well, the MYP program is definitely more rigorous because of like the MYP project. I don't think you should ever procrastinate.
In a way, it's helpful because in MYP we have more writing assignments, and it helps us grow more in like analyzing and everything. Especially if we're gonna go into IB for junior and senior year, we really need to have good skills in that. Let me see, a bad thing. There's so many bad things.
Nice.
I think some things in some of the curriculums could be explained a little more by the teachers and maybe a little better assignments.
Okay, so less busy work?
Yes.
Okay.
Because we have our project, we have a month left, and I have all this work to do, plus my project, plus starting to get ready for finals, which is very overwhelming.
Okay.
For people that are just coming into MYP, or maybe 9th grade MYP going into 10th grade, do not put your project off to the last minute. You might want to start right after you do your proposal. I mean, you might think, oh, I have all this time, I have the whole summer, and then I have till December, January to turn it in. But over the summer, you might be busy doing other things, and during the school year, it's overwhelming. So you might just want to do sections at a time, starting from when you first get your proposal approved. That might take some of the workload. It might lighten
Best thing in the from the program is the MYP project. If you want to get it in IB, that's the best thing could happen to you. Okay. During the MYP program, I had new ideas, more kind of people, and they inspired me and gave me new ideas, and then now I'm a different person compared to what I used to before high school.
Well, I think overall the MYP program is very rigorous and it's very good. The only problem is the project maybe is a little off topic maybe about what the program really signifies. And it's pretty much just the project because it's very long.
Okay.
I agree with Izzy. Like everything else is good. It does prepare us well. It does prepare us well for the IB or AP programs. But the MYP project is like, I feel like it's pointless. Like there's no point in doing it. Nobody likes it. Like help me out here.
Yeah, I mean, if you ask anyone, of course no one wants to do it. But then again, it's kind of off topic a little bit about helping the world and dealing with the 5 areas of interaction. But overall, the curriculum is very nice.
Yeah, we're not saying that the MYP program is bad. Like, it does help us, and like it's very rigorous. But the only negative is the project.
It made me mature a lot as a person. Like in the beginning of this, I wasn't that big on being assertive. Like I would always ask people to do stuff for me, but then now I had to take things into my own hands, and I actually learned a lot about time management, because if I didn't do it, I wouldn't have been able to finish my project. So
Okay.
it prepared me for time management. Like I have sisters who are on IB and they spend a lot of time doing homework and projects, so it really prepared me. It also prepared me for like the rigorous work that we have to do, and just like the scale of things. All the classes are much harder than just regular honors.
So do you think it's better at preparing than honors?
Yes, I definitely think it is, because I've seen some of the honors homework compared to MYP, and MYP is definitely harder, and it will prepare us for college and IB when we grow older. My suggestion, if we're doing the MYP project, is to start early, because you might as well just want to get everything out of the way, because the winter time of the month in 10th grade will be really stressful, and you're gonna do a lot of overbooking.
So, many MYP students also participate in various extracurricular activities, such as singing. Examples are Anna, Jennifer, Brian. These extracurricular activities include art. For example, this painting. Very pretty. Yay! So, this is a 9th grader in the MYP program, and so, what do you think of the MYP program so far?
Thus far, I think it really promotes a feeling of empathy towards the environment that normally people don't have. How? What do you mean how?
Philip.
By forcing you to reflect on
Force. By force.
Yes, reflect on things that like the environment and Homo Faber, and literally sucking the fun out of learning. Yes, yeah.
No offense, you guys.
I really think that forcing an opinion of caring towards the community that isn't really there in the first place can't really be done. You can't make someone care about the community, so...
Like if they don't already.
Yeah. Unless, of course, well, you can make them be able to pretend to care about the community, but which is what we've learned to do, basically.
Are you worried about the MYP project that you're going to have to do soon?
Yes, because it does involve doing a documentary, and
well, not necessarily. Like your MYP project can be like about anything.
Yeah, but I chose to do a documentary, and it involves talking to people, which I can't really do. So I'm gonna have to rethink that.
So, but if you do it, it'll like help you develop your
social skills. Yeah.
Hey, social skills.
Approaches to learning.
Yes. So you're rethinking, but you're like rethinking your idea for it.
Yes.
And now that since you're still in 9th grade, you have time to do that. However, had you joined at like the end of the 9th grade, like for a 10th grader, you might need like a little extra time.
Yes.
Okay.
To be blatantly honest, the MYP kind of sucks. Who cares how basketball relates to your life? And if it does relate to your life, who writes a 2-page essay about it? It's ridiculous, to be perfectly honest.
So you think they put in a lot of busy work?
I do indeed.
Okay.
Which is why I'm kind of glad that I got put in the wrong class and I'm not in MYP gym.
A bit worried about your MYP project that you're going to have to start when you get into like 10th grade and stuff?
Not really, because I could probably, like, not that I'm going to, but if I needed to, I could probably BS the entire thing.
If you're up to the challenge, I'd say go for it, but if you're not, then don't.
Contrary to popular belief, MYP is not that much easier than IB, and I think it's pretty challenging despite what people think. And like, you do have to be smart, and you do have to pay attention in class, and you do have to be able to take adequate notes and everything, and you have to you do have to want to be able to learn everything. And
this is a senior who had completed MYP in 10th grade. And I was wondering, what are your opinions of the MYP program in retrospect?
I think the MYP program, the classes are good, but the point system is really bad. I never got my actual MYP diploma thing because apparently I was missing 1 point out of any of my classes. They could have all given me 1 more point, and that's the sole reason why they didn't get it. So I think that's really stupid, and that was really disappointing, and that was, yeah. And the rubrics are also, I guess, pretty unfair because I've heard that you have to start from the bottom and work your way up, and my MYP project, it got a fairly bad grade because of that, because I didn't specify something in my journal, and apparently all of the rubrics had that. So I don't think that's just
Okay. So you're an MYP student as a 10th grader, right?
Right.
However, you were in the honors program in 9th grade.
Right.
So what differences have you seen, if any, in the between the MYP program and the honors program?
The MYP program is slightly more rigorous. The teachers don't always have enough time to teach everything they want to say, so some of the stuff you just have to figure out on your own.
Okay, so it's true that since you're only in it for 1 year, you won't get the certificate. However, you'll still get a recommendation letter with your transcript, correct?
Right.
Okay. So how has the MYP program made you, has it made you feel more aware on a global scale of the international world?
Not really. It has sort of because of my MYP project, which has to do with other cultures, so that's made me more aware of the world, but apart from that, not really.
So how did you work out the time management for your MYP project?
I worked it out with my mentor. I didn't get to do any of it over the last year, but not many people worked on it over the last year anyway. I just started work on this summer, and I got most of the actual working on the project over the summer, and then after the summer I did most of the research that had to do with the background on the project and the visual on the project I did during the school year. I think that the MYP project had a great effect on me. Like, I have more experience with doing long-term projects, and like I said, I learned something on it.
Did you find the MYP project hard?
If you spread out the work, then it's not that difficult.
So did you find it lots of fun?
It is, if you choose a subject that you're interested in.
So did you think that it gave you a chance to explore other cultures and, well yours is other cultures, but like, did it give you a chance to like express your interests and stuff?
Yes, it did.
So as an IB senior, who had not gone through the MYP program, what is your opinion of MYP program?
Well, I mean, okay, like as a freshman, I had some classes with like MYP kids, and it always seemed that they did a lot more work than we did. Like they had that personal project thing that we didn't do. But I mean, like, and now they're in IB. Well, some of them are, and it's like they did a whole lot more work than we did. So,
it's like totally
I mean,
a waste of time.
Yeah, like what he said, like a waste of time, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I didn't go through it, so I can't really say that it's a waste of time because I don't know. This is a problem of knowledge.
Lindsay, you shameless self-promoting.
No, it's a problem of knowledge because I didn't go through all the experiences myself. I can't judge the program based about it. I know that it's like part of the IB program, but I mean, like, there's a primary years program and like a middle years program. So I guess if you think about it that way, like the MYP program is actually like the correct way to go about doing this whole IB thing, and we just skipped all that and we just went directly to IB. So I don't know. It's and all the MYP kids are posers, except I guess it should be the other way around.
Except that they got kind of conned into doing a lot more work. I mean, and a lot of it seems like busy work. All these, like, I saw people who had writing assignments for gym, and really, the assignment isn't that challenging, it's just time consuming.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like you're doing a lot of busy work and not getting anywhere. I've never had to do it, but I find that really, really frustrating.
Yeah, the work is also, kind of ridiculous. Like, in orchestra, there was like this whole MYP orchestra where they had to do a writing assignment for orchestra, which is just weird, because first of all, Mr. Perry didn't really seem to care that much, but that's just Mr. Perry. But like, yeah, it just seemed like it was a whole lot more pointless work, and like all these like rules and stuff. Like you have to take all these MYP classes, and like the teachers are also pretty condescending. Like I know a couple of teachers who like make fun of MYP kids in their IB classes, and it was like, yeah.
I'm embarrassed to be associated with it.
They have to do a project, and if they join IB, they have to take the exams anyway. A lot of them just like stop, like they just don't continue. They discontinue their IB thing, which is I think that's kind of pointless. Because I mean, like if you're gonna do like MYP like in middle school and then continue in 2 years of high school, like it seems like you might as well go the whole way. Like just stop.
Especially since I mean you don't get credit for
like
anything that you do before high school.
Especially like colleges, they don't give like MYP students like what like they recognize international baccalaureate, and MYP is just kind of like a subsidiary.
But at the same time, you have to admit, it does, I think, actually help you get into the program, being in MYP.
Well, you have an extra.
So, I mean, there is that much merit, because if you don't do as well on the exam and you did MYP, you've got a better chance of getting in.
Right, it's just like an alternate method of going in.
Which is actually,
yeah, but then
now that I think about it, the people who didn't do MYP and just went through and took AP courses, they're probably better off anyway.
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, like AP, IB courses, whatever. I mean,
the better part of IB over AP, I think, is just the people, since the selectivity does attract people who are more motivated, and I think that is what makes taking IB classes better than AP. In terms of AP or MYP, I think AP is better because I think the level is higher and
less busy work.
Yeah.
IB studies things in depth, whereas AP is more a general coverage of a lot more things. So if you take, say, IB history over AP history, IB history will focus on a certain time period, but study it in depth so you have a more analytical view of the actual time. Whereas AP will cover a lot of things, so you have broad knowledge in everything, but you won't have as much of a focus.
Okay, so how do you, as an MYP student who was in honors as a 9th grader, see the MYP program? Like, what differences have you seen, if any?
A lot of the kids are a lot stupider and less mature, and especially in my English classes.
In which one?
English and chemistry, I'd have to say.
No, I mean like in honors or MYP?
In MYP. MYP definitely has a lot less mature people in it. But I'm not saying that the MYP as a whole is mature, but there are certain groups of people that just don't seem to understand why they're in MYP.
Positive or negative about the MYP program?
I think it would be a good idea to have at least some sort of screening, because, you know, really anybody can do it if they think they're smart enough. So, yeah. I guess.
Okay, so this is a 10th grade IB student, and I was wondering, what is your perspective on the MYP program?
Well, a lot of my friends are in MYP, and I think that it's a good choice for someone who wants to go into IB in 11th grade and wants more credentials for college. But I really don't think that it's a good choice for someone who just wants to goof off and have do whatever they want in. And for someone who just wants to goof off in class. The MYP program I don't think is taken seriously enough, or as seriously as it should.
What are your opinions on the MYP program?
Yeah, I guess.
I think the MYP program is okay, but I think they could do it better as a program. I think that they don't give us those chances to bring our grades up sometimes. So yeah, that's basically it. And positive? I don't really have any. I mean, it's good that it prepares us for college and everything, but that's
how's the MYP program affected you?
Sleepless nights. That's basically it. It's like no free time.
Okay. So do you think it will prepare you for AP or IB courses?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I have positives and negatives. For positives, I like how there's the people at MYP become like your really good friends because you automatically have classes with all of them. So there's such a limited group of people that you get really close with them, and it's like a special bond that like other people don't have. They don't get to like experience and stuff. And I dislike a lot of things. I think that people place the MYP program like so far above the honors program, and they think that just because you're an MYP you have so many more higher expectations. When I was going into the MYP program, they basically told me it was honors with more writing, and they throw all these expectations on you. They think you're an IB, and it's supposed to be a mix of honors and IB kind of, and I just think it's a little unfair that we didn't have to test into this. Just because we're in this program doesn't mean we're geniuses, and they expect so much of you in a program that isn't this unbelievable, thing. It's affected me because I had to learn to become more diligent. I had to learn how to become more organized. I've had a lot of writing assignments. I've even had to write in PE, so I had to learn how to become. It actually helped me become a better writer, I think. And I made so many more friends, and I became a lot closer with people I didn't think I was ever going to become friends with.
So do you have any additional comments or suggestions?
I personally think that if you're a parent watching this and you're sending your student to RM, that they shouldn't do if they're ready to take on a challenge, they should do the MYP program because it's a really great way to become really close with a few people. But if they're not ready to take it on, don't force them into it because they expect a lot from you, and it's pretty hard.
Okay. So do you have any advice for future MYP students?
My advice is to become friends with as many people as you can because they can all help you out, because the likelihood of it is you're going to have a lot of classes with them, and to just use everything in your ability and use it to better you if you're going to take advanced placement classes in 11th and 12th grade, because it'll really help you later on.
Okay. So, what are your opinions of the MYP program?
My opinions on the MYP program, I feel that firstly, it's a good program because a lot of people who don't get into IB, they have like a second chance, if they can prove themselves. Because a lot of people don't take middle school seriously. But yeah, and in 9th and 10th grade, if they do well, then they can get in. Next question.
Do you have any suggestions for the MYP program?
Yeah, I suggest that you have some kind of test to actually, or some kind of serious test, not anybody can get in who wants to get in. No, because I mean if it's not program. I would have to say that it was hard.
I mean, I like how the classes are kind of smaller, and you have the same people in all your classes, because I have a lot of friends in most of my classes. But a lot of times teachers use the fact that we're in the MYP program as an excuse. They say you guys are in MYP, you should know this or whatever, and I don't like that because I mean anyone can get into the MYP program. It's not like you have to test into it like the IB. If we were IB, I understand we tested into this, it means you're smart. I mean, you're smarter, so you can do more challenging stuff. If you're in the MYP program, you don't have to test it, and you just kind of say, okay, I want to be in the MYP program. So it's not I mean, you want to challenge yourself, but it doesn't mean you have to it doesn't mean you should know more stuff than honors people should know. And I don't like how teachers use that as an excuse.
How's the MYP program affected you?
I don't know. It's made my life kind of stressful, actually, because it's a lot of stuff to handle. But I actually think it's good because it's kind of prepared me for life in the future, and I think that I'm gonna have to deal with even more stressful situations in the future, even more stressful than school right now. So I think it's prepared me pretty well.
So, what do you think of the MYP program?
gotta say, it's in ninth grade, you don't think it's going to be so much work, but once you get into 10th grade, it really is just like the IB program.
So, how has the MYP program affected you?
I get a lot less sleep. I cry at night. Not really. In my mind I do, because I don't cry, because I'm a man.
Okay, do you have any advice for future MYP students?
Be prepared to, you know, almost do more work than IB students.
Okay, do you have any overall opinions, positive or negative, about the MYP program?
Oh, I love the teachers. The teachers are awesome. They respect you a hell of a lot more than, you know, like on-level teachers who are just like, kids smack them. But, you know, the MYP teachers are actually pretty cool.
Okay.
They want to be your friends, but it's like, not too much. I'm your teacher, you know?
Okay. So anything else you want to say?
I think the amount of workload that they give us will benefit us for next year in terms of how hard next year will be with all the AP classes and preparing for colleges. So I feel that since I've been through the MYP project, I'll be better prepared for next year.
How's the MYP program affected you?
It's kind of ruined my social life dramatically, but besides that, I think it's good.
Okay, is there anything you want to say about the MYP program?
Other than what I've said before, no, there's not.
Okay, so what are your opinions of the MYP program?
I think it's kind of a mixed thing. I think its ambitions are really good, like to make people more well-rounded and realize like the interconnectedness of subjects, because I mean in life it's not like people are going to ask you, you know, what did you learn in math, reading, science. It's a lot more mixed, and I think that's a good thing to try to mix things up like that. But I think sometimes they focus a little bit too much on connecting everything through writing, and a lot of the time, I mean, it's true you do need to write a lot in the real world, but I think sometimes they place emphasis on being able to write and get a good grade more than learning, and I think that learning should really be the main focus of school. I think the MYP project is a really good idea because it teaches students to do long-term planning and to be able to work on their own, and it's also a good opportunity for students who might be bored or having trouble in school do something that they want to do and get credit for it, and I think that's a good thing.
Okay, you haven't started. So how's the program affected you?
I guess it's made me work a little bit harder than I probably would have had to if I was in honors.
I mean, it is good in general. I mean, it does teach you stuff like, you know, it teaches you how to like write things and connect things in the way that is better, you know, like how to make it flow and what kinds of phrases you want to use to make it work. It kind of teaches you how to BS. And that is really helpful because, I mean, it's something you need in the real world, and it's something that we don't learn anywhere else. I mean, we learn, you know, how to write things for substance, but not for just, you know, explanations and, well, I feel, you know? And it does connect things and stuff. So I guess it's good, even if it is so annoying and, builds character.
So how's the MYP program affected you?
Well, I have become a better writer, and it's not just writing, but like just making things that are kind of the genre of what MYP does. Like, you know, it's helped me become a critical thinker, and now I'm able to fully recognize my capacity as a global citizen and a lifelong learner, and things like that. And, you know, it is nice that it gives you staple phrases that you can use. But I guess in a good way. I mean, I am working harder, I guess, and sure, it's nice, even if it is so annoying, because you really hate doing all the work because it seems so pointless, and a lot of it probably is pointless, even if some of it does have a point.
How do you think the the health and social education aspect of MYP is integrated into classes like gym and health?
Well, basically, gym and health, PE and health, we are MYP. We are global. Our sports events, activities are around the world, games played around the world, and health is a lifetime class. It's not just a credit, it's lessons for a lifetime. So we have enduring understanding happening right there in health class. So I would say that gym and health, we are MYP.
Okay. Yay, Farter! So what do you like or don't like about the MYP program?
What do I like about the MYP? You know what I like best about the MYP program?
What?
I like the students in the MYP program the best. Because of their motivation and their commitment to learning and how serious they are. That's what I like best about it. And I like the idea that I'm going to go for MYP training in Houston. I've never been to Houston and I like warm weather. So I'm going to enjoy that. And on a more serious note, I like the way that the MYP philosophy of learning is more about the whole and total person, especially how they relate to the community and the environment. Okay?
What's your favorite area of interaction?
Gosh, favorite? It has to be Homo Faber because...
Oh, that changed to human ingenuity.
It did? When was that?
I don't know.
Oh, geez.
I think they changed it because 6th graders were giggling about it or something.
The name, yeah. Well, then human ingenuity. I mean, I like that because it pertains to art and creativity as man the maker. I mean, everything we do in art can relate to Homo Faber, so that to me makes the most sense. Probably my least favorite area of interaction, although you didn't ask that question, are how to connect art to the environment. I have trouble with that sometimes because I see art as being such a sort of a solitary type of a thing that you do. But there are a lot of artists like Christo who, in fact, made that really, that was what his art was all about, was connecting to the environment. Personally, I sometimes have trouble with that, but I like the connection to Homo Faber.
What differences have you seen in students as a result of the program?
Well, I think it being more rigorous, there is maybe a more seriousness toward learning some of the background of instead of just the art as activity, maybe the analyzing and looking a little further into a higher level of thinking, as far as criticism and critical thinking. I think the kids kind of maybe they may get a little more there as a result of MYP. Help me out here, Kelly.
I'm sorry. What was the question? Pre-IB students, I'm assuming those are MYP students?
Some of the classes, some pre-IB students are also in MYP classes.
Get a couple of them?
Sometimes.
Okay.
I do notice a difference then. They are very good students. Their precociousness sometimes gets the better of them in that they are a little bit attitudinal. This is a parent in my photography class and my fundamentals class. And so I like to put them in their place on occasion to let them know that they don't know everything yet.
That's true.
Okay? So if they can be a little more humble and then allow for a little bit of correction or insight. And usually, actually, they take criticism very well after they've heard it.
Yeah, and on the other hand, and I got to add to that though, just to add to what Ms. Posey said, that hubris that those kids bring, that sort of maybe intellectual arrogance that some of them might have, actually can be a really good thing though too, because I would prefer that actually to kids that don't want to, work hard intellectually or show that kind of rigor that a lot of these kids are willing to take on. So it's a good thing and a bad thing. I think I enjoy my MYP classes the most, actually, as compared to my regular grade level kids.
So, what do you like or don't like about the MYP program?
What I especially like about the program, I like the students. It's an interesting group of students, great kids.
Have you seen a difference in students as a result of the program?
I think that we challenge students a little bit more than in other programs, and we challenge them to take a world view of issues. I think we also challenge them to think independently and to think about how they learn so that they can become independent learners.
Okay. So do you think the program in general makes students feel that they have more potential on a larger, say, global scale because of the difficulty?
I hope so. It isn't so much difficulty. It's a matter of challenging students to go past the right answer.
So how is MYP integrated into the science curriculum?
Well, I wrote the MYP curriculum for chemistry, and I wrote it with the viewpoint that we aren't just learning about chemicals and compounds and how they interact, but some of the historical background that goes with it, the use of chemicals and compounds in everyday life on a global basis. It's my hope that the students get some of that. Normally in a year where we're not moving into a new building, we would have things such as a climate change project, a chemical disasters project, which certainly looks at the international impact of proper or improper uses of chemicals, etc.
So how does time management play into the actual MYP project as well as the program in general?
It's essential. And it's more like personal management than it is time management. It's more like saying to yourself, today I'm going to do this piece of my job, my personal project that expresses me, and I'm going to spend this amount of time on it, and I'm going to do that on a regular basis. If you can remember to brush your teeth every morning, you can certainly remember to work on your personal project every week.
Okay, so how long have you been involved with MYP?
Since the beginning here at Richard Montgomery.
What kind of training or preparation did you have to undergo when beginning?
I took 3 classes, conferences about MYP in terms of teaching MYP, assessing MYP, and assessing personal projects. But I also came to the program with a certain amount of strength in my subject area.
So what are the main goals of the MYP program?
Main goals are the same for all IB programs, that we help our students develop into true IB learners, people who take a global view of issues, people who are concerned about community, about their personal growth, and about their responsibility to society in general as well as themselves.
And so how does the program achieve these goals?
There are many different ways that we attempt to do that, from enforcing that students take personal responsibility for their choices to providing them opportunities to learn in an international way. Really, good teaching is all about providing opportunity and structure and then stepping out of the way.
You teach both honors and MYP classes, correct?
And pre-IB.
And pre-IB. So what differences do you see among these 3 different groups?
Mostly what I see are slight variations in self-perception and attitude. The IB students, those being the MYP and the pre-IB students, tend to have a big focus on, I just want to get the right answer. My honors students have a greater gradation. Some of them are really driven to get the right answer, and some of them are more interested in just getting out of the classroom. So that could be true of my IBs, the MYP and pre-IB, but is perhaps not quite as obvious when they just want to get out of the classroom. I think that they tend to work harder as students.
This is Mr. Wono, the MYP coordinator this year. Lots of fun. So what is your favorite part of the MYP program?
The favorite part of being MYP is just seeing the students grow, okay, becoming more aware of the world around them, and So the learning that the students do and all the hard work that you guys do is very important.
Okay. Is there anything you would change about the MYP program?
What would I change? One thing that I would love to change, and I'm working on that, is to give more of an international flavor to the program. To give the students the opportunity to go and experience other cultures, to be immersed in cultures other than theirs, and to go learn about other people.
So what are the main goals of the program?
The goals of the program are to create a whole person, a citizen of the world, and if you look at the learner profile, the IB learner profile, it really sums up what we want.
So do you believe the MYP program is more rigorous than the honors program, or do you believe the two are similar?
I believe that they are both honors programs, but with the middle years having components that are not part of the honors track. I'm not going to put them both on a balance. I'm in charge of honors, and I'm in charge of MYP. I love the way the program is structured, and I think it's rigorous enough to be of a challenge to our students.
So how long have you been involved in MYP before you became a coordinator this year?
I had taught in the program for 5 years, and then I became coordinator.
Okay. What's your favorite area of interaction?
My favorite area of interaction? It no longer exists. Oh no, it's still there. But it changed names of Homo Faber, now Human Ingenuity.
So what are your responsibilities as coordinator?
My responsibilities are to make sure that the program is implemented according to the guidelines given by the International Baccalaureate Office, and also to ensure that all students are being successful. That's why on Fridays I go around, talk to students who are having difficulties, and help students be successful.
What are the required components to get the MYP certificate, like the classes and stuff?
You have to complete all your coursework, so you take all your classes and be successful in them. You have to complete 30 hours of community and service. You have to have your personal project, okay, and you have to score at least 36 out of 63 possible points, okay. Each of the 8 subjects is 7 points, okay, and then the personal project is 7 points. That's 63 points total. So you need to get at least 36 of those points to get.
So this is a foreign language teacher. Why do you think foreign language is so essential to the MYP program?
I think foreign language is essential because it covers many of the areas of interaction that the MYP students study, and of course it promotes a broader understanding of cultures and of different people.
Do you expect MYP students to be more challenged than, say, honors or other students?
I do expect that, yes, because they have their program is a little bit more rigorously structured. They have more reading, more writing activities that they are responsible for, and basically a somewhat larger work
of rigor affects them.
I think the way that it affects them is that it forces them and helps them to work to their potential, to further their potential, and to learn more about things that maybe perhaps in other classes they wouldn't have the opportunity to experience. For 9th and 10th graders, I think MYP is different because the group of students are studying together, and usually those students have been together for quite a while. And they have been in this program for a while from middle school, and they are continuing to study together and to learn together as a group.
Do you think that foreign language plays into the theme of global involvement of students?
Absolutely, it does, because having a global understanding of things now, which is definitely what students are encouraged to experience, incorporates understanding different cultures, and language, as we know, is culture.
Do you think that the program in general makes students feel that they have more potential on a larger, say, global scale because of the difficulty?
I think it encourages them to work harder, as I said before, and I think many of them do apply to be into the to apply for the IB program.
Have you seen a difference in students as a result of the program, their
Yes.
work level?
I have seen many students that are in the MYP program definitely perform better, more so than I think they would had they been in an on-level
How
or an
long have you
honors
been
program.
involved in the MYP curriculum?
This has been maybe 4 or 5 years now.
What kind of training or preparation did you undergo when beginning to teach MYP?
The training that one has to undergo, and which I did undergo myself, was training a 3 or 4 day program in Montreal, where we were exposed to the performance goals of the MYP program and rubrics. What I like about the MYP program is the increased challenge that it provides for the students and the increased level of confidence that I see.
What's your favorite area of interaction?
Oh my goodness, I don't know. Maybe perhaps the global understanding and community. That probably would be.
What area of interaction is most integrated into the subject you teach?
Well, I think community is definitely integrated into language, and that I would have to say that.
Use the MYP Right for me. So now we're going to try to figure out how many MYP students actually know the 5 areas of interaction. The 5 areas of interaction.
Homo Faber, community and service, approaches to learning, environment.
I didn't write like what I was exactly going to say. That's what you did.
This is another one. This is health and social education. Okay, that's the 5th one.
Okay.
It's not Homo Faber. It's human ingenuity.
It's human ingenuity now. I don't know why.
Okay. Environment, community service, human ingenuity, approaches to learning. Health and social. Start. Environment, approaches to learning, health and social education, human ingenuity, community and service.
There's Homo Faber.
That was changed to human ingenuity.
Human ingenuity.
Walk and talk at the same time.
There's approaches to learning, environment, health and social education, and how many was that?
I don't know.
Dinosaurs.
Human ingenuity, health and social, community and service, environment, and approaches to learning.
5 areas of interaction.
Okay. Approaches to learning, health and social education, environment, science, community service, Homo Faber.
Well, actually, it's human ingenuity now.
Yeah. Okay. The 5 areas of interaction are community service, ATL, health and social, environment, and Homo Faber.
Homo Faber.
That's now human ingenuity.
Or whatever. Health and social. I don't know. That's a fair side. Is it environmental too?
Yeah, there's environment. Okay.
Agricultural?
No.
Areas of interaction are ATL, Homo Faber, environment, community service, and what's social and health education.
One is approaches to learning.
Yes.
That's one.
The second one is Homo Faber.
I think they changed the name though.
They changed Homo Faber to human ingenuity.
Oh yes. So community service and environment.
The last one is
environment and health and social education.
Yeah,
that's five.
Okay.
Okay. So we know our MYP.
Homo Faber to human ingenuity. I think there's health, community. I don't know.
It's okay. So you name the 5 areas of interaction.
Okay, let's see. Homo Faber.
That's actually now human ingenuity.
Human ingenuity. Community and service. Good. Health and social.
And
health and social.
And Homo Faber. Nobody said that.
No, just Homo Faber.
Animal Faber.
Okay, can I buy a vowel?
E.
Okay. Environment. Yes. Okay. And
can I buy another? A.
Areas of interaction? Wait.
Okay.
Approaches to learning.
Okay. Yay!
Homo Faber.
That's now human ingenuity.
Why?
They wanted to change it.
Okay. Approaches to learning.
Yes.
Community and service. Health and social education and environment.
Health and social education. Environment. Math. No.
Yeah, human ingenuity, health and social education, approaches to learning, community and service, and interaction.
Yes, I can. Should I name them?
Sure.
Okay. Homo Faber, community and service, health and social education, approaches to learning, and wait, there's one more. Environment.
Drop it.
Homo Faber, which is now human ingenuity. Environment, health and social, community and service, approaches to learning.
If you're happier, dial 1 now.
Wait.
And fucking solidarity! Yeah!
Yeah. Okay.
And will you pause if I start acting?
So
based on external factors. Okay?
You're allowed to make baseless generalizations every day.
Well, if I make a baseless generalization, no, see, you made it.
So
No. You shouldn't be doing this in the video.
I will.
Put your hand on your chin. No, cut. Okay. I have to think.
The IP kids are the chosen ones because we have to take an exam. MYP kids don't. So we're the chosen ones, we're the superior ones. MYP is inferior.
You're an embarrassment to your school.
No, we're the superior ones.
Quicker we get this done.
This is the ultimate showdown. Angels sang out in an immaculate chorus. Down from the heavens descended Chuck Norris, who delivered a kick which could shatter bones. Angels sang out in an immaculate chorus. Down from the heavens descended Chuck Norris, who delivered a kick which could shatter bones.
Can I be a flying monkey? With a tin man, something, lion,
Oh, this is the MYP hallway. Well, that's the math hallway. MYP office. Zoom. Middle years program, staff development office, 107B. That's the IB office. All this is going to be destroyed by the time you watch this video, because we're moving to the new school building. But this is what it used to look like. Okay, backpacks. Math hallway, wonderful. What's this? Cafeteria hallway, memorabilia. Katie, we just met her.
I'd like to make a toast to all the little garden gnomes who bravely sacrificed their lives for me. I'd like to make a toast, but no one seems to have a cup. I wonder where my cup is gone. I think that it was taken by the king of Mars. Perfects his commentary skills. I'm a gold-plated man, monkey full of dollar bills. You've been standing there blocking my view. Don't be scared by me or me, and don't be like the sun. Coming up, it's there.